big challenge for an individual brand going into e-commerce is, on the one hand, they need to get a complete selection of their merchandise. That's definitely the best practice and what the consumer expects. If they go to the website, they should be able to see all of the product. But the traditional way of doing e-commerce, of saying having a separate warehouse for that, in this market, starting off as an individual brand online, you have relatively low sales in the first few seasons. That means that if you try and buy all of the product for a dedicated warehouse, you're never going to sell very much of it in the first season. And because it's fashion, it goes out of date within a season. So really the core of what we're doing is looking at doing e-commerce from the store. So if a brand has already got several stores in Hong Kong, it's already got the full product offer in the inventory in those stores. We've got the technology that allows them to keep a very close track of what inventory that is in the store, so that what they offer on the website is actually the inventory in the store. That means that they can offer the full range of product without making a massive investment in a warehouse where the first few seasons sales are going to be relatively low. So it's very much focusing on the needs of fashion and luxury in these markets in Asia, where online is growing very quickly, but consumer demand for online luxury is still at a fairly early stage. We look at a broader picture about what the whole strategy is and what all the different partners that a brand will need, but our core differential is that we've got that technology to manage the inventory better. The consumer starts looking now at the website as a reference point to what the brand is about, and if you've only got a quarter of your product, the customer more and more starts to think that's what the brand sells. So that old way of segmenting the stock. Now, some people have tried to then say, okay, well let's try and use our store inventory. But if you try and use the information from a traditional point of sale system, you end up, the inventory accuracy is usually only about 65%. That means probably 3 out of 10 orders that you take, when you actually come to find the inventory in the store, it's not there. That's very damaging to kind of long-term sales if you keep letting customers down like that. All of the things that we do are kind of lined up around what a fashion luxury retailer needs to deliver to the customer. For a lot of small brands, they don't have a deep technology expertise. So in terms of our account management and our style of presentation, it's very much trying to look at what the commercial drivers are, what the retail drivers are, what the brand drivers are. And the technology is just an enabler. That's not really the products. The service that we provide is about solving the business issue. There's two sides to what we do, basically. One is to get better inventory information. We have this smart tag system, so every item of inventory gets a smart label, and then we have scanners in the store, which means that we get complete real-time information about exactly where all the inventory is. So part of our product is that, just tighter control on the inventory. And the second thing is being able to put the sales and service right into the hand of the salesperson. So we have a tablet for each salesperson that gives them instant access to the customer's orders. It allows them to see the current kind of brand advertising. It allows them to get sign-ups, customer data, and it allows them to interact with that very, very accurate inventory data. The problem we're trying to solve is, if you've got a small store with maybe limited stock space, if you're selling shoes and someone comes in and sees a size 40 but they want a size 42, and you haven't got that in your small stock room, the salesperson should instantly be able to say, actually, you can go and pick it up in IFC, or we can get it transferred here this afternoon, or we can ship it to you at home. They still have that instant gratification for the customer. They still make the sale, a sale that would otherwise have been lost. People used to think about the website as another store. Like, I've got my 4 doors and I've got a website, and the website is the biggest door. That's changing, I think, in all markets, to think about the website as the biggest marketing channel for all the existing stores. And when you start to see the web as a marketing channel rather than as a competing store, it changes what you need in terms of the technology and the approach. In the US and Europe, there has been lots of retailers have had a long experience of starting completely separate channels and then trying to merge those channels together. I think in this market, more retailers are thinking about doing it holistically from day one, rather than starting off with two separate channels and then trying to merge them together. The most effective use of technology in a store is assistive. Any device should be assistive device where a salesperson is actually leading it, so they're engaging in a relationship with the customer. If you just want a digital experience, you can do it at home on your laptop. To do omnichannel successfully in a retailer, it has to work for almost every part of the organisation. So part of how we go in and enable on a project is look at, okay, how do we get the staff's buy-in? How do we get the merchants buy-in? How do we get the brand owners buy-in? How do we get IT, finance? Every area of the business has to buy into this, and it has to give benefit to everyone across the business.
Thank you for your insight, Charlie. Stay tuned for more from our Omnichannel Asia experts.